So, in this one, we are going to talk about a very important topic, and this causes a lot of controversies too. So, yeah, it's important. The topic we are going to discuss today is were Tamil and tribal gods Vedic or not? This has a lot to do with Dravidian politics also, but we will look at it from a very religious perspective. All right. So, let's talk first about how does the one Parabrahm manifest into different forms. So, as in my Vishishtadvait video, I told you all about how in Vishishtadvait we believe that Para Vishnu manifests himself as everything in the universe and also the whole of universe itself, or everything in the multiverse and the whole of multiverse itself. He is the fabric of space-time in the whole of the multiverse and all the beings and the planets and the stars and everything in the universe too, in the multiverse too. Thus, even all the Devatas and Devis like Indradev, Agnidev, and Vayudev are also him only, but just other forms of him, other manifestations of him. So, as I'm basically repeating what I said in the Vishishtadvaita video, but we need this context that just like that Parabrahm for an individual as his Isht comes in a very specific form based on that sadhak's uh, personal consciousness and his personality. For example, Para Vishnu will come as Vishnu first, and then Vishnu will come as one of the 24 avatars, like for example, Narsimha. And then that Narsimha form also takes a very personalized form within the Nava Narsimhas, right? For that specific sadhak, the Parabrahm, the Paravishnu, is taking this very specific form based on that individual's temperament and personality, right? Similarly, he chooses to come as a set of Devtas and Devis to different civilizations based on that specific civilization's collective consciousness and personality, their needs and all. For example, we got Indravayu and all, but in the Greek pantheon they have got Zeus and all. In the Nordic pantheon they have uh, Thor, Odin, and all of these, right? So basically, he comes as a set of different devtas and devis to all of these civilizations based on that specific civilization's personality. Now let's go on to the next slide. Yeah, but in essence, these deities represent the same qualities of nature. If Thor represents thunder and lightning in the Nordic pantheon, then Zeus represents that in the Greek pantheon. You can see the parallels between them, right? The forces of nature are same. They all represent the same things, but just in you can say a little different manner based on that specific civilization's consciousness, just tweaked a little bit. So the exact qualities can be different based on the collective consciousness and the personality of that civilization, and based on the personality of that civilization. But in essence, the fundamentals of these deities remain the same throughout these civilizations. And as I said, we see parallels between uh, these deities of different civilizations. In the Vedic pantheon, we have Vyauspitra, and he's like he has a parallel with Zeus and Latin Jupiter and many other deities from different pantheons. I have shown you here in this slide, right? So, what is the truth? Most probably, there were a lot of different civilizations which grew in Bharat. There was this North Indian Vedic civilization, which you could say there was the Tamil civilization, and different and many other different civilizations, which we will call the tribal civilizations. Everyone were everyone was tribal at that point. I'd say they had cities, but still, it the grouping structure of them was kind of tribal. So yeah, we had basically the North Indian civilization, the South Indian civilization, and a lot of tribal civilizations in between the north and south. So the main question which arises is, how did these Tamil and tribal deities come into the Vedic pantheon? So, first I'll talk about the Vedic Skanda and the Tamil Murugan. So, there's a lot of controversy regarding this, that the Tamil Murugan is different from the Vedic Skanda. And with time, the Tamil Murugan got merged with the Vedic Skanda or the Aryan Skanda basically. But I would like to point out two big misconceptions regarding this topic. First of all, Aryan is not a race. It basically means someone who is honorable in the society, who deserves honor in the society from the point of view of dharma. And it has got nothing to do with race. It has got nothing to do with even skin color or anything. And I'm going to prove this by quoting uh, Srimad Bhagavad, Canto 8. And there you can see that Bali Maharaj talks about his grandfather Prahlad Maharaj. And how does he describe him? He describe him as as what? He describes him as of a dark body with lotus-like eyes, right? What does that dark body signify? That dark body signifies basically that he had a dark body. That means he was South Indian because he was born in Ahobilam, which is in Andhra Pradesh right now. So obviously, he had the so-called Dravidian race. He was from the so-called Dravidian race, but still he is considered an Arya by everyone in the Vedic pantheon, right? Why? Like even you cannot do Narsingh Arti without saying his name. He's regarded so high in the Vedic pantheon. So basically, everyone should know that being an Arya or an Aryan, uh, the Westerners say it Aryan, but being an Arya has got nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with how that person lives his life. And the second misconception, what it's about the merger. What's the merger exactly? See, Parabram took different forms for different civilizations, right? And he took one specific form in which he is a young, beautiful, masculine man who leads. For the Tamils, he leads the Tamil people. For the North Indians, he leads the Devtas in battles as Senapati or the army chief or the army leader. So, in these two civilizations, just like Zeus from the Greek pantheon and Dyaus from the Vedic pantheon, they have got parallels between them. They were the same deity, but the Parabrahm manifesting himself into two different civilizations representing the same force of nature. So, just like that, the Vedic Skanda and the Tamil Murugan are the same deity, just manifesting a little bit differently for the two different civilizations. I believe when the Vedic people reached south and they encountered Murugan worship, they did what they knew the best. See, the Vedic people codified every divine being which they encountered. Thus, they codified even Murugan also. They realized that Skanda and Murugan are the same. The deity whom they call Skanda is the same as Murugan in the Tamil civilization. There was no restriction on calling him Murugan or like praying him as Murugan, right? They just codified Murugan and Skanda in the Vedas. Even he is regarded so high by the Vedic civilization even that he is the protector of the Vedas. Imagine, and like some people call it that. Some people say that he is not Vedic. I mean, he is Vedic. Skanda and Murugan are the same. They might have originated in two different civilizations, but we all are essentially the same. We all are the followers of Sanatan Dharma. We are all polytheists. We all are Murti Pujaks, idol worshippers, which the Abrahamics would call us. So yeah, nobody can argue that Skanda and Murugan are different. Point of view for the Tamil people can be they can look at Skanda as North Indians worship the Tamil Murugan as Skanda. There is no shame in anything in this. I do not get where the problem lies actually. Anyway, we can see the same thing in the tribal Chamunda Mata being recognized as a form of Shakti in the Vedic pantheon. So yeah, here I have shown you a clip from a pic from Wikipedia about what scholars think of Chamunda Mata. They also believe that she was a tribal deity who got when the Vedic people got to know about her, they again codified her too. They wrote down about every divine being which they encountered, and thus they codified her too in the Shastras, and she became a part of Sanatana Dharma too. So this is how all these different deities from other civilizations got merged in the Vedas. The Vedas has imagine the Vedas has even Greek deities were mentioned, even the Tamil deities mentioned, even the North Indian deities mentioned, and the tribal deities mentioned. It is a whole compilation. It's like an encyclopedia of deities. The Vedas and Puranas, they are like an encyclopedia of deities. So yeah. So what's the conclusion? Basically, the Tamil devtas and devis, the tribal devtas and devis, and the Vedic devtas and devis are the same. We can find parallels between all of them. There are no false gods. The Vedic people were just good at codifying all the divine beings they encountered, and they codified them in the Vedas and Puranas. That's why the Vedas and Puranas are kept at the center of Sanatana Dharma. So, yeah, uh, that's that. In Bharatvarsha, we have had so many deities, and there's no fight between them. It's not like the Northerners hate the Tamil people. We love the Tamil people. Like they have preserved what we couldn't. They have preserved the real kind of worship. I hope you all recognize that. Anyway, request to all the Tamil people, all my brothers and sisters in the southern part of India. Remember what the great acharyas of South have done in their lives. They did not reject the Vedas but embraced them as their own because Vedas are our own. Follow the acharyas, not the politicians. Each one of these three acharyas, Sri Adi Shankaracharya ji, Sri Ramanujacharya ji, or Sri Madhavacharya and Sri Madhavacharya ji, all of them, how did they become an acharya? They wrote bhashyas on the three texts, the three main texts which everyone who wants to be an acharya needs to write a bhashya upon. They are the Upanishads, and then they are the Brahma Sutra, and Bhagavad Gita. So they all wrote the bhashyas on them, and in Sanskrit, and all of these three are from South India only. So yeah, follow the acharyas, do not follow the politicians. It's my humble request to all my brothers and sisters in the south. We are one, we are Sanatanis. Our religion is eternal, our gods are eternal. There are no false gods in our religion. We have so many gods. The Tamilians can worship even the northern gods. The northerners can uh, worship the Tamilian gods. We all can worship the tribal gods. They can worship our gods. We have so many gods, and it's no shame. It's no fight between them. Do you think Murugan and Skanda are fighting with each other? No, they are the one. Just recognize that. So yeah, thank you for this, and I hope you all understand what I tried to explain. Jai Shri Lakshmi Narsingh Dev, Jai Prahlad Maharaj.